Hello everybody and welcome to today's episode on Grainificent, where I will be talking about the life of photographer André Kertész. I think that's how you pronounce it. If you like this type of videos, please remember to leave a like. It's an algorithm that the videos are worthy of showing to others, and a subscribe would mean a lot to me. It shows me I make helpful and interesting content as well. And of course these videos aren't to be 100% everything the photographer did in his life. This is just an introduction. Look at this photographer. This is what he does. These are some of his achievements. If you like it, you are welcome to research more on your own. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So André Kertész, often regarded as one of the most influential photographers of the 20th century. Of course, they all were very influential, right? But he played a pivotal role in shaping the language of photography. His work, spanning over 7 decades, is celebrated for its poetic elegance, innovative compositions, and the emotional depth that transcends mere documentation. Kertész's ability, let's say his ability, to capture the ordinary in an extraordinary manner established him as a pioneer in the medium, and his influence continues to resonate in the work of photographers worldwide. André Kertész, later known as André Kertész, was born on July 2nd, 1894 in Budapest, Hungary. Growing up in a middle-class Jewish family, Kertész's early life was marked by a love for nature and an interest in the arts, which were encouraged by his mother and uncle. His uncle, an amateur photographer, introduced young André to the world of photography, sparking a passion that would define his life. Kertész initially pursued studies in economics, a path chosen to satisfy family expectations. However, his heart remained with photography, and he spent much of his free time experimenting with a small box camera. His early work was characterized by a desire to capture the everyday lives of ordinary people, a theme that would persist throughout his career. His images from this period already displayed a keen sense of composition and a unique perspective that set him apart from his contemporaries. In 1925, Kertész moved to Paris, which was then the epicenter of the avant-garde art world. It was in Paris that Kertész truly came into his own as a photographer. The city's vibrant artistic community, which included figures like Pablo Picasso, Man Ray, and Brassai, provided Kertész with the creative stimulation he needed to refine his craft. Paris offered Kertész the freedom to experiment with his photography, leading to the development of his distinct style. His work during this period was characterized by his innovative use of angles and perspectives. He often employed high and low vantage points, creating dynamic compositions that challenged the conventional norms of photography. This approach can be seen in his famous photograph, Satiric Dancer, from 1926, where he captured a dancer in a contorted pose from an unusual angle, creating a sense of movement and rhythm in the still image. His ability to transform ordinary scenes into visually striking compositions earned him the reputation of being a poet with a camera, like the title of today's video. So, in Paris, Kertész also began experimenting with distortions, using mirrors and other reflective surfaces to manipulate his subject's forms. His series Distortions from 1933 is a prime example of this technique. The series, featuring elongated and exaggerated nudes, pushed the boundaries of photographic abstraction and showcased his willingness to challenge the traditional representations of reality. Despite his success in Paris, Kertész faced significant challenges when he moved to the United States in 1936. The outbreak of World War II and the rise of anti-Semitism in Europe prompted Kertész, who was Jewish, to seek refuge in New York. However, the transition was not smooth. The American photographic community was not as receptive to his avant-garde style, and Kertész struggled to find his place in the industry. In New York, Kertész initially worked for magazines such as Harper's Bazaar and Vogue, but the commercial constraints of these assignments often clashed with his artistic vision. The editorial world demanded straightforward, easily digestible images, while Kertész's work was more subtle and introspective. This conflict led to a period of relative obscurity for Kertész, as he found it difficult to reconcile his personal artistic ambitions with the commercial demands of the American market. However, Kertész's persistence eventually paid off. By the late 1960s and 70s, his work began to receive the recognition it deserved. Exhibitions of his photographs were held at prestigious institutions like the Museum of Modern Art in New York, and he was finally acknowledged as a master of the medium. His later work, particularly his intimate Polaroid series, captured from his New York apartment window, showed that even in his advanced years, Kertész's ability to find beauty in the mundane had not waned. André Kertész's contribution to the field of photography is immeasurable. His work is characterized by a deep humanism and an unerring eye for the poetic possibilities in everyday life. Kertész had an extraordinary ability to see the world from unique perspectives, often capturing fleeting moments of beauty that others might overlook. His images, whether they depict a lone fork on a table, a shadow cast on a wall, or a bustling Parisian street, are imbued with a sense of timelessness and emotion. Kertész's influence can be seen in the work of countless photographers who came after him. His use of unconventional angles and perspectives paved the way for future generations to explore the possibilities of photography as an art form. Henri Cartier-Bresson, a video of which you can find linked in the description below as well, often credited with developing the concept of the decisive moment, was profoundly influenced by Kertész's ability to capture spontaneous moments with grace and precision. Moreover, Kertész's approach to photography as a form of personal expression helped elevate the medium to the level of fine art. He demonstrated that photography could be more than just a tool for documentation. It could also be a means of exploring the inner world of the artist. This idea resonated with photographers in the later half of the 20th century, particularly those associated with the documentary and street photography movements. So, in conclusion, André Kertész's life and work embody the essence of photographic artistry. His ability to see the world through a lens that revealed the beauty in the everyday and the poetic in the mundane made him a true pioneer in the field. Despite facing numerous challenges, from the shifting artistic landscapes of Europe to the commercial pressures of the American market, Kertész remained true to his vision. His legacy lives on in the countless photographers who continue to draw inspiration from his work, ensuring that his contribution to the art of photography will never be forgotten. In the end, André Kertész was not just a photographer. He was a visual poet, capturing the soul of the world through his lens. So if you like this video, a like would help me out a lot. It shows the YouTube algorithm that the video is worthy of showing to others. And if you are interested in film photography related content, doing some darkroom work, film camera reviews and how-tos and everything related to film photography, feel free to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any amazing content. For my statistics, 99% almost of the views on my videos are from non-subscribers. So if you still didn't subscribe, please help me out by subscribing. It shows me I make helpful and interesting content. And if you would like to get more out of this channel, then feel free to look into channel memberships where from $1 a month you can see these videos much sooner ahead of everybody else. So thank you for watching, my friends. Take care and see you in the next video.